My name is Robert Christopher Wayne Weathers. I live at 3102 Center Hill Road, Acre, Mississippi, 38841. I am under attack. People are driving parasites through me from a remote location. Remote controlled worms with teeth. They are using these parasites as a weapon. They are torturing me and assaulting me. I can also hear their voices. They are very hostile, negative. They keep victim shaming me and threatening me. They give me death threats constantly. They threaten me and my family. They are premeditating our deaths. They appear to be Scientologists. They have worms in my lungs. Stop. So it appears that Scientology is doing this to me. There's more space in the universe than humans can see. Stop. 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 There's more space in the universe than humans can see. There's an inverse. It is a place within the particle itself. Stop! Get away from me! Get out of my house! Stop driving my worms! Get away from me! There are more than 3 dimensions in the universe. There are 11 dimensions. We have biology in these extra dimensions. I'm in pain. Bad. We utilize this extra dimensional biology to have an afterlife. When we die, we live on. Scientology is the practice of utilizing this extra dimensional biology before we die. They remove it from themselves or remove part of it from themselves, and they turn it into an upper dimensional vehicle, which they can drive around. This technology allows them to do several things. First, it allows them to drive their upper dimensional biology while they are still among the living. Then it allows them to create a hive mind. So they interface technology with their neural tissue and their central nervous system. And this assimilates them into a computer system. From inside this computer system, they can communicate with each other and interact with each other in a digital landscape. Stop talking to me. Don't harass me. Get away from me. Stop talking to me. Get away from me. I've been kidnapped by Scientology. This technology also allows them to create surrogates. So they can turn other biologies into a vehicle in which they can drive. They can do this in any dimension, even the third. They can drive humans, animals, insects, worms. And this technology also artificially stimulates neural tissue in their nervous system. They can isolate neurons, memories, and thought patterns, stimulate thought patterns. They can stimulate memories. They can make you remember something. They can stimulate the parts of your brain that have to do with visual processes and our sensory perception organs. They can control emotional states and impulses and desires. Yes, these people are evil. They are horrible people. They are conditioned to remove body parts from organisms. That's what they do for a living. And they install foreign objects inside of organisms. So they literally cut body parts off of people and other organisms, and they stick stuff inside of us for a living. They do this nonstop. It is their employment and their hobbies. On top of this, they are artificially stimulating neural tissue It is elevating neurochemistry. They have elevated dopamine levels. It is causing addictive behavior and irritability. It is lending to their violent behavior, which is inherent with their disposition. Removing body parts from the human population. If you are not practicing Scientology within the American society, you are being practiced on. I'm very sick. They have given me brain damage today. They have a God complex. Scientologists remove their extra dimensions and they put them in outer space. They expand at a greater rate than we do in the third dimension. They become big compared to us and they develop a God complex. They sit up there on their big ones, stealing body parts from the human race and other organisms to create their surrogates so they can get on their upper dimensions and drive other organisms around. It is what they do. That is all they do. The human genome produces an 11-dimensional organism with a cap on our head. It's supposed to be horns. We are Anunnakis. We are of the Anunnaki bloodline. Scientology takes this Anunnaki and chops it to pieces. Every 3 dimensions, they get another cleave, another cut. They wind up with 4 biologies in total. They modify their biologies to look like lizard people or insectoids or aliens. Scientology worships the alien form, or they practice it. A large percentage of the Scientology community has become criminal. They like to kidnap people, traffic humans. They exploit people, especially people with influence or power or authority. They like to have them within their community to do their bidding. They like to invade people's privacy, invade homes, invade businesses, invade government institutions, to spy on people, to spy on the inner works of our society. They like to torture people. They do torture a lot. Biological theft is rampant within these people. If they are attracted to you, they want to take your biology. To them, it's a commodity. They utilize other people's body parts for transplant purposes and for surrogate making purposes. There is a body market within the upper dimensions. They sell other people's body parts. Their disposition has caused extremely bad psychology within these people. On top of that, they are elevating their neurochemistry, artificially stimulating their brains. They are psychotic, delusional, irritable, addicted. They are addicted to things, behaviors. They are violent, petty, jealous, greedy, machoistic. Yeah, that made him run or made him shut up. They are damaging me constantly. They are making a snuff film. I used to be a political activist on Facebook and also an author. I wrote a lot of literature. I participated in politics a lot. We had a large following, a large group of people that discussed politics, policy, environmental issues, lawmaking, and we participated in politics, persuaded elections and lawmaking. I also wrote a lot of literature. I inspired a lot of people. Somebody decided to assimilate me. They installed technology in my brain that assimilated me into a hive mind. Some of the people were nice, but some were mean, very hostile. They tried to control me, take over my life, tell me what to do, how to do my job, when I could take breaks, where to go. Soon it escalated into a conflict. I would yell at them and they would harass me back. It turned into intellectual property theft. They started selling seats to my phone service. They let other Scientologists invade my mind space for a fee. These people started stealing my intellectual property. A lot of people started to discuss the things that I was working on. My works of literature, my studies, my philosophy. It turned into biological theft. They actually stole my inverse or my upper dimensions and used it for transplants, especially my brain tissue. They literally removed brain tissue and implanted it into their own heads. Don't harass me. Get away from me. Yes, these people are delusional. So it turned into biological theft. Then it turned into a snuff film. They are making a snuff film with me and my family and other people. On top of this, there is an entanglement property between us and our inverse. Whatever our inverse experiences, we have to experience it too. We are still in that biology. This gives them the ability to remove inverse brain tissue and put it into a storage system where they can link it to a computer. That's part of their hive mind technology. There are locations on Earth with a whole bunch of people's body parts